Welcome everybody to my top 5 best Halloween Havoc main events. Subscribe. Coming in at number 5, Sting versus Sid Vicious for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I would like to say this list is a lot by default of why certain things are in the top 5. Because, I mean, Halloween Havoc's main events as a whole, the finishes were off. This whole night, you know, this would lead up to Starrcade, where Sting would face the Black Scorpion. Which, poor Sting, man. They really, this is a conversation for another time, but it's like they try to sabotage Sting's world title runs every time in WCW, and I just don't understand why. That just doesn't make sense. Sting was clearly your best bet after Dusty Rhodes to be a big babyface of the company. I still think the match was great, and Barry Windham helps because he was fake Sting. I will, like I said, the match itself was all right, like the wrestle moves and everything. It's just when it comes to the finishes, it was just weird. But, and you're like asking me if there's a problem, why is this in the top 5? Well, come to think of it, I'm not a big Hulk Hogan fan. And the majority of the rest of these Halloween Havocs, okay, you go from 1989 to 93. And then 94 is when Hulk Hogan is just main event in every Halloween Havoc besides, like, the last 3, and that's Goldberg. And I can't. Alright. I can't deal with that. I don't like that. That WCW sucks. NWO sucks. It ruined WCW. It was stupid. Coming in at number 4, Lex Luger versus Ron Simmons in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, going into this one, it was pretty easy to sleep on Ron Simmons and Lex Luger, but after the first 2 years of Lex Luger putting on phenomenal matches in Halloween Havoc history, I gave it the benefit of the doubt. So, and it made above. It made number 4. You know, yes, Ron Simmons didn't wind up winning this match, but that was because it was a predecessor for when he won the world title and solidifying history in the making for himself. So, anyway, it was a good match. I don't need to explain to you what makes a match good. I mean, it was good back and forth action. You know, basically what I would like to see out of a wrestling match. Also, no false finishes, no selling, you know. Moves were legit in this match. When they hit you with a big impact move, it ended you. Also, I like the fact that you had Dusty Rhodes and Ron Simmons' corner, and then you had Harley Race and Lex Luger's corner. It kind of made the match feel really big, because it was for the world title. Lex Luger came out on top in the end, but both of them got, you know, 2 falls, and then finally someone got a 3rd one. You know how that goes. 2 out of 3 falls. Anyway, moving on. I really like this match. Coming in at number 3, spin the wheel, make the deal. Jake the Snake Roberts versus Sting in a coal miner's glove on a pole match. I think this one is self-explanatory why it's number 3. It was awesome. Legit. Tell you what, I'll let you go ahead and watch the match, and you tell me if I'm wrong. But it's my opinion. Marks. And you know what? In fact, I'm gonna tell you why. Jake the Snake got bit in the face by a cobra just to lose this match to the Stinger. So I rest my case. But let's head to number 2. Let's get to number 2. All right. Coming in at number 2, it's the Thunderdome match in the main event of Halloween Havoc's 1989. You got Sting and Ric Flair teaming together. Never would have thought about that, would ya? In a million years, because they're enemies. But in this case, they work together. Because for this short amount of time, Ric Flair was actually a good guy, because he was feuding with Terry Funk, and the Great Muta was feuding with Sting. So they had a tag match in an electrified steel cage. It was the Thunderdome. It was insane. Great Muta wound up having to blow out the fire. A few fires with his poison mist. Who needs a fire department when you got the Great Muta spit? Anyway, the match wound up ending in Gary Hart throwing the towel in because of Ole Anderson threatening him to do so. I just think anything in this time period, around this time period with Ric Flair, Great Muta, or Terry Funk or Sting, was phenomenal. Phenomenal match. Coming in at number 1, it is Cactus Jack versus Big Van Vader and another spin the wheel, make the deal. This time it was a Texas death match. Now, I mean, who cares about the match stipulation? These guys tore each other up and it was awesome. But the match stipulation was, alright, first of all, it's basically like a last man standing match. But in this case, you had to pin your opponent to the count of 3. That wouldn't end the match. Alright, you pin the opponent. Then the opponent that got pinned gets a 30-second rest period. And then after the 30 seconds, if they can't get up to the count of 10, then they lose the match. So that's how the match ends. Yeah. I'm glad that wasn't normalized. I think it's better just to have a 10, count of 10. And it's a lot simpler. But this match wound up being a banger anyway, nonetheless. And it was WCW, so. And don't get me wrong, I love WCW. Tried and true. Well, to be honest, I was born in 2000, so I'm only watching reruns. But I can go back and watch stuff and form my own opinion, which I have. That's what I decided to do, was go back and watch all the Halloween Havocs. And yeah, so these are my top 5 handpicks. So yeah, this match was phenomenal. It wasn't, which was one of my favorite WrestleMania matches. It wasn't a Kurt Angle Shawn Michaels match at any rate, anything close to that. But it was beautiful. They just killed each other in this match, and I love it. So, and as you can see here, Big Van Vader, he wins the match via count out, count to 10, which was great because Harley Race tasered Cactus Jack to leave him unconscious. The finish was kind of botched a little bit, but that's okay, because what happened in the match outweighed the bad. It was carnage. But anyway, this is my top 5 main events. Now, I kind of want to do the best matches out of Halloween Havoc, which is not the main events at all. Honestly, if I had to pick, out of all of these that I've seen so far, I've already got, a couple in mind that I would pick that I've my favorite matches from them. So you just let me know if you want me to do that in the comments below. With that being said, this is my top 5 best Halloween Havoc main events. I hope you all have a happy Halloween. I hope you are enjoying the Halloween season. Let me know down who your favorite horror flick character is, who your favorite monster in wrestling is. And leave a like, comment, subscribe. I've been Nathan Rock. You've been awesome. And I'm out. Peace.